Hi, welcome to Wagon TV. We're here in Dublin with I Am Not Left-Handed. Guys, how's it going?
Very well, thanks.
I have to ask, where did you get the name I Am Not Left-Handed from? Who came up with it?
It's a danger, because it's fine to tell this story, I think, in other countries, because you can kind of play on the stereotype a bit, but I had Catholic schooling for most of my life, and I was left-handed when I started school, and God bless my teacher at the time, thought she was doing me a favour to try and make me right-handed, and so you know, the stereotype was always that musicians would always be left-handed, and I ended up not being just because of my schooling. So.
Oh no.
It was fine.
At least you got a good name for a band.
Well, you know, that it's quoted from the movie as well, so we can't really.
Okay.
It's quite nice.
Good stuff. And how long have you been together?
The two of us have been playing for a few years in various different bands. We used to play around Dublin quite a lot, but basically played with this other guitarist in London, and he kept doing very fancy things that kind of confused us a lot, and then eventually we got a drummer, but then he left, and since there's only been 3 of us in the band, you really can't slack off when there's only 3 people. Like, every part has to work, and it just really made us work a lot harder. It's been about 2 years.
Yeah. And where he's based?
In London these days, in East London, which is nice. But we seem to spend most of our time trekking up to North London, which is where all our gigs are. So
to Camden and like
yeah.
And you've done a good few gigs. Which has been your favourite?
Which
your most memorable?
Well, they've all been memorable for very different reasons. Our first one in London was lovely, because we'd never played to a London crowd before, and obviously we had no idea. Yeah. So this small pub across from where he lived in East London at the time was running an open mic night, and I kind of assumed that this would be a very cold crowd, because London has a reputation for being kind of very cold, and they were lovely. They loved us. They invited us to stay for extra songs that night, and they came us back. Like, we went back for more a few times, and they were just generally brilliant to us. So I think the first was kind of in its own way my favourite, but it's gone well since then. So I don't know if you've any different favourites.
I quite liked last night in Belfast, actually.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good gig. Although I went to the wrong airport to pick the other 2 up, so we nearly didn't do the gig at all. Just kind of sitting there going, okay, so I'm in the car with the car, just turn right and keep walking, and Catherine's like, I'm walking, I can't see any car. I was like, wait a minute, which airport are you at?
It was almost one of those sci-fi films where people are in like alternate realities. It's like, because the 2 airports look quite alike when you describe them from the outside.
Right.
So it was a little bit confusing, but we did just make the gig. So
we drove about 80 miles an hour across Belfast. Not breaking any laws or anything.
So he's been busy shooting a video. How was that going? Was that your first video you shot? Or?
No, it's our third.
Yeah.
The first one was something, an experiment we did, a stop motion video, because neither of us particularly keep good sleeping hours, so it's kind of, sometimes we end up doing things to keep ourselves entertained between like midnight and 6 AM. So we made a stop motion video of little rhinosaurs and Scrabble boards and various board games and stuff, which turned out quite well. So we worked on a video for Long Best, which is the song that we're going to play for you next, which was kind of, we part of came up with the idea because we thought it was cute that, you know, if you're having a bad day, you know, sometimes things aren't going well, but you're having a really bad day if your teddy bear's cheating on you. And then it kind of spiraled from there, but then coincidentally we didn't have to pay for extras or costumes or anything, so we tend to work on kind of a low budget basis. But the most recent one, because people said nice things about the video and we were really pleased, and they said it looked like we had a lot of fun filming it, which we did, running around bus stops in London at kind of 3 in the morning. So we invited people to send us like small clips of them. We gave them the overarching theme for Everybody Sleeps, which is the most recent song, and they sent us like 10-second clips, and then we kind of formed the storyline from there. So we're just editing that at the moment. It'll be in a few weeks, hopefully. So hopefully.
And you're working on the EP as well. And what kind of sound do you go for? Like, what kind of music is it?
I think it's kind of, I always find it hard to pin down. In some ways, American indie is kind of the closest I can kind of, the shortest description. Like bands like Death Cab for Cutie, I like a lot what they do and stuff, kind of interesting independent music. But obviously with the female vocals, a lot of people tend to, we get Cranberries comparisons and things, which at times we'd like more than others.
I think we used to describe ourselves as indie, but then if you say you're indie in London, then all the kids with the thin jeans and the fanny knickers, they get annoyed. So we stopped saying we were indie.
We're nothing like British indie.
Yeah.
Cool. Grant, so today you're going to sing the Long Goodbyes?
Yeah.
Good stuff. This is Wagon TV. We're here with I Am Not Left-Handed. I'm going to sing Long Goodbyes.
outside I glisten. I found down barely listening as you tattoos now. I sighed another river would flow. You love me, undertow me, and I've changed your life. I hate long goodbyes. Featured longer dances of all the great romances. I wish you passed me by. I check your eyes. Friday, Sunday, mastered. My stomach's cold and twisted as the stony skies. I hate long goodbyes. Long grass, my last it's where I'll let go. I might forget the meanings and the mistakes and regret, 'cause the devil's in your details. But I can accept that you might won't get this way, so I'll confess and tell it to the northeast wind. So long grass will hide my last red light. I'll bury deep the thoughts I'll keep. This city is found on solid ground where long grass grows. It's where I'll let go. This city is found on solid ground where long grass grows. It's where I'll let go.
Ooh.